Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and this video is for the Geminis out there for January 17th to the 23rd. I would like to say thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. And with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, Gemini, let's see what's going on with you. We have take time to breathe out. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. And you and your loved ones are safe. I love this. This week, Gemini, you can really be in a state of deep reflection. Looking at the bigger picture about things. And in the center, I feel like you're looking at things that you may have missed the bigger picture of. Because Sagittarius is the opposite of Gemini. See, this is why they're sister signs. Because each other's strengths is their weaknesses too. Geminis are good in terms of details. Then I would say kind of Sagittarius. Like, Gemini knows how to work the way around in the third house type of way. Short travels, siblings, everything in that third house box, right? And then, because Gemini can catch the small details that Sagittarius miss, see? And then Sagittarius is like the bird's eye view, right? But see, this is where Gemini can help Sagittarius, because also from the bird's eye view, you can't really see like what's also behind the bushes. You just get like an overview. And this is where also Sagittarius can help Gemini too, because Gemini can get caught up in like the smaller details and miss the bigger picture. That's why I call them like sister signs. They're similar but different. But when you can combine the Gemini and the Sagittarius together like that would be a very powerful team. Honestly. Gemini working on the details, everything, and then you got Sagittarius and you bring that together. That's what I see here. You're looking more about the bigger picture of situations that, like I said, you may have missed. It's not, I don't feel it's anything that's really detrimental to you that you missed, but it's kind of when you sit there and reflect and you kind of look at the broader picture. And with you and your loved ones are safe, that's what the universe is saying to you. And maybe that's what you're looking at the bigger picture about. Maybe you're looking at the bigger picture of yourself. Maybe you realize how you've been stressing out, Gemini, and it's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm not looking at the bigger picture. I'm getting this is like Geminis can get wrapped up in what's going on a lot. And this is where that Sagittarius can help, Gemini see the bigger picture, but then Gemini can help Sagittarius come down sometimes. Hey, I'll be honest. Sometimes I need that. That's why I love air signs and earth signs. Sometimes Sagittarius can go too far if they're not careful. If they're unaware of that, absolutely a Sagittarius can be very reckless, honestly, because they don't know when to stop. It'll be the Gemini sitting there like, do you even see the smaller details about what you're doing? But anyway. Maybe you're looking at your life as saying, okay, I may not be where I desire to be, but I'm also not where I was either. So it's like looking at life as this too shall pass. I've been also getting that as a theme, just letting the moments of like sadness, we feel them and we let it go, but not really harboring on it. You really have been doing deep reflection over things and seeing things differently. We also are in Aquarius season. It's when you feel a gratitude type of feeling, like, for example, like the pandemic. It's if you didn't really have your work impacted, for one. You still was able to have money. You was still able to get food. It may not, because, the shelves be like looking rough. But you still had everything you really needed. And that's so important. Stress is like high levels of stress is when your needs are not being met. Like your housing, your clothing, your stability. Like that is another level of stress. And maybe that's what you're looking at, Gemini, like, well, I got my needs pretty much taken care of. It's just more of my wants. That means you winning. In a way, you winning because you got all the time for your wants. See, there's people who focus on their wants that their needs are jacked up. So I feel Gemini is really looking at like the bigger picture and looking at like, okay, well, let me see my situation in my life from a different point of view. And that's what you're doing. And you really see how no matter what, I was safe. I was protected. That's what's up. I love that. Because Geminis, maybe you guys can go through situations and then your brain is scrambled like eggs. That is so funny. I was watching I Love Money, and Frank the Entertainer. Frank the Entertainer, that's a perfect name for him. But anyway, I was watching I Love Money, and he's like, my brain is like scrambled like eggs. And Buck Wild was like, we know. That's one thing I can relate to with Gemini, but just in a different way. My eggs are scrambled when I think of like higher concepts. My mind is just scrambled all over the place. So I get it. But it's when, for me, it's the reverse. It's when I look at more Gemini. Like when I bring myself down, like, okay. Because from the bird's eye view, like I said, you can miss things. But it's through the Gemini. But that's the thing. With the small things you miss, it can lead to big things. And that's what happened to me a lot of times. It was me missing the Gemini small things that it led to big things. But anyway, let's see. Take time to breathe out. Ten of Wands. You've been taking time from helping people so much, Gemini. You realize with this Ten of Wands, right? This guy is like giving this man some coin, right? He like, yeah, can you help me with this? Da 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 da. But then in the other decks, you realize he's alone. That's one interesting thing. You see how it's a person there, but if you don't have the before tarot, you would have never knew it was a person there. So it lets me know, Gemini, that you was helping people, but then again, you realize they were only helping themselves. And then you start to feel like you taking on their stuff, and then you feel the Ten of Wands. So you're dropping other people's problems, Gemini. And when people who constantly call your phone for favors, or they need something, or they want something, it's just like every time you call me, it's because you want or need something. Like, do you ever call to tell me what you about to give me? You feel me? Like, I understand we all need and want things. That's fine. But it's when that takes the front seat consistently that is a problem. We have the Knight of Swords. Also, you're not talking to people who have this Knight of Swords type of energy. Not people that exactly come to you like this, Gemini, but people who be blowing stuff up in they own life and they don't realize it. And then they constantly go to other people to help them fix what they constantly destroy. Knight of Swords reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Let's see, the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. I feel that you are in a space where you realize that you have put in work, Eight of Pentacles with Knight of Wands people. This can also lead to the Knight of Swords too, because if you're also the Knight of Wands, that means you just moving. Because fire is action, so you're just moving all over the place. And you're realizing what's the stable harvest in that. Any help that I give them, they're just going to destroy. And that's some real stuff. It's when you realize your help is enabling somebody. Rather people realize this or not. It is important when you see someone that doesn't want to change. No matter how much we want people to change, it's important. Because you are pretty much wasting your resources. People have to come to a place themselves that they want that. It doesn't matter how many people talk to them. It doesn't matter how many people warn them. None of that matters. I realized this on my spiritual journey. This is why I don't waste my time. When I see people who don't care to work on themselves, I leave them like right there. They have every right. Everybody has free will. If they don't want to choose to work on themselves or address anything, that's fine. I just won't be around them. I'm not going to waste my resources. I'm going to spend my resources with people that really could benefit from my help, like the elderly, the youth, people who watch my YouTube. You know what I mean? People that can really benefit from someone's help. And maybe, Gemini, you started to feel like people was just blowing your help. People just taking your presence in their life for granted. Like they could always call you every time they make Nine of Wands decisions, that you just want to put the work in and help them. It's Gemini's like, no, when you going to put the work in yourself there, buddy. Look at the bigger picture. We had the strength, yeah. For some Geminis, you was really trying to get someone or people in your life to understand, but you're done with that. It's like, listen, I don't have the strength. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I could walk away knowing I did my best, and that's what's so important. I think the main thing that people have to get out of is that guilt. Because unless they're like handicapped, you feel me, or they're youth or they're elderly, if they are a fully able person, you feel me? Because I watch videos, for example, all the time with people with one arm, no arms, two legs. Well, not two legs. No two legs, right? And one thing I notice in their videos is they don't like people feeling sorry for them. They want to be treated as just as everybody else. They don't like pity, and I'm a person like that. I don't like people's pity, because then I feel like you look at me like I'm just like pathetic. Like that's how people kind of look with pity, like you're pathetic in a way. Like, look at you. It's people look at you. And then at the time, people like that, but people don't realize if you like pity, that's not a good thing, that people pity you. It's kind of like they look down on you in a way sometimes. It's like, oh, would you look at that like, like they just so clueless, or they so. So that's one thing I respect about watching those videos with people with physical disabilities. Their stories are so inspiring, because I watch people who got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 everything, that just choose to just decide, no. I look at those people, they will have every reason. The people with the physical disabilities, or the stories that people are born with physical defects, they could just sit in their house and hide in the closet, and they will have every reason. Because I've seen plenty of videos where I'd be like, dang, I couldn't imagine having to live like that. And you constantly being judged over something you can't change. Those stories are truly inspiring to me, because it's a person underneath there. And they're not going to let people in the world like pity them or feel sorry for them. It's like, listen, I'm in this situation and I'm going to make the best of it. And that's what's so motivating, right? But Gemini, you may have been dealing with people who was fine with being pitied. They didn't care to do better. That's why they kept being the Knight of Wands. See, that's the thing. I notice people who make a lot of reckless decisions like this is because they know people will bail them out. I guarantee you, if people stop being there for people, they will stop doing that. I know people may be like, I just want to show I'm down, but helping somebody during their negative behavior is not helping them. What it teaches them is, I could be Knight of Wands. I could just call my buddy. They'll bail me out of jail. They'll bail me out of here. They'll do this. That's not people. Is when that person is left to sit there in that consequence. That's one thing I had to learn. Because I have Chiron in Cancer. I used to be a sucker for that, man. You know, really trying to help people and this, and then I realized you did this. I have to allow you to experience the consequences. Is when you do that Knight of Wands decisions and you call me and I don't answer. I'm not going to keep being there for people who keep making reckless decisions for themselves. Why? So you keep calling me after you make reckless decisions and I'm burning my resources to help? See? No. So it's important to help people that you know is accepting of the help and truly desire the help. It's not about fighting with people who don't want it. They have a free will, and that's what we have to understand. If they want to go down that road, we cannot force them any differently. We can't. We cannot. Because no matter when you try to force something, what happens? It runs. You keep chasing something, it's going to run further away. That's all those people going to do. And that's all they're going to keep making Knight of Wands decisions, keep doing what they do anyway, if that's what they desire to do. And I know that's hard in the space, because sometimes it is people we care about, but I had to understand. Nobody here is going to save us. You feel me? It's when we save ourselves from our own destruction and our own demise. It doesn't matter who's there for us, who talks to us. If anything, people with Knight of Wands and reckless behavior will pull everybody down. And how does that help anybody? When one person brings everybody down that's helping them, and guess what? The people that was helping that person, now the people in their life start getting less, because see how that's a chain reaction over time. Strength reverse. We had the King of Rods. I love that. You're standing. This is my spiritual warrior card too. Let's see. King of Rods. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. You're moving away from situations that are not balanced to balance them. And you feel very passionate about that. Look, Eight of Cups, walking away. Because that's one thing. I'm a Cancer South Node. And that's what caused me a lot of suffering. Because I would absorb people's pain as my own. And it caused me great suffering in my own life. Where I would try to help people, and then it will suck the life out of me, and then I'm left struggling, and then who's there to help me? That was always, I got tired of that, because I realized, well, who's there to help me? I'm tired of always being the person that help. Like, sometimes I need help. You feel me? Like, I'm honest. Sometimes I need help, but who can I turn to if everybody that's around me needs my help? Who helps me? We have the King of Wands here. But the King of Wands, under you and your loved ones. Let me do another one. King of Wands. Okay, that's what I thought. Queen of Swords. You are done dealing with people that are ungrateful. That's another thing. People who don't, sorry about that, take your insights, your help seriously. They just continue to just sit there like this. And this was you for a while, trying to let people know, I'm here for you. You are safe with me and everything, till you start to realize that these people that's safe with you, you're not. Your energy's not safe. Your mental's not safe. Your emotional's not safe. It's when you really start to think about who you safe around. And I feel Gemini start thinking about, who am I safe around? Who gonna save me when I need saving? That reminds me of Drake Redemption. I did an Instagram post about that. Who gonna save me when I need saving? That's a good question. In terms of, instead of saving, like, who's gonna help me when I need help? But if I'm always the one helping people, who help me? And people can become very codependent on that. Absolutely. And then we have the Fool here with the Joker. You're going on to new beginnings and leaving people like that King of Wands behind. And you want to be around people that got this kind of energy. People that's ready to make things happen. That it's not, they want the growth. They want to expand and grow and evolve and everything like that. You know, that makes the personal choice too. And that matters. Let's see. Final messages. Re-energize your life. Clear positive space and harmony. Find your voice. Express yourself. Open up and sing out. And get into nature. Coexist, gather, and limit waste. Let's see here. Follow the principles of feng shui to balance the energy in each room of your home or office. This will help promote good health and abundance for you and everyone around you. Do not feel guilty for wanting to remove objects and negative people or situations from your life. This goes into what I was saying. At a point, the best way we help people is when we help ourselves. I realize many people don't grow is because they get a lot of help. They don't have to grow. They're not forced to deal with the responsibilities. Humans learn by consequence. That doesn't mean the consequence of doing spiteful things. It's the consequence of you not being there. That's a consequence. It's when people keep, for example, that get locked up all the time. They'll make you feel bad for not putting money on their books, but they wasn't even caring about themselves. That's the thing. They want you to also pay for what they did, even though it was their decision that got them there. Then they make you feel bad because you don't want to what? It's like you wasn't even thinking about yourself, your freedom, and then so you become a burden on everybody else because you didn't care about yourself. See, that's important. That's so important. A person that does not care about themselves do not care about other people. They don't. They will gladly make people feel bad that people do not want to help them for the millionth time that they are in jail, for example. They will absolutely make you feel bad. Like, what? Anyway. Find your voice. Open your throat chakra so you can sing and communicate more effectively with others. Singing is very healing. It relaxes and opens you to positive energy. Do not worry about the tone or sound of your voice. Just have fun creating sound and enjoy expressing yourself. You do not have to sing in front of anyone. You can sing in the car or at home alone, but then if you like to have some fun, singing karaoke with your friends, go for it and enjoy. And then we have get into nature, which is interesting because, well, it depends on where you live. It may not be cold. But where I am, it was just snowing the other day. It was a beautiful snow. It's been beautiful snow recently. I love it. Just see the ground. Well, I'm not a fan of the ice, of course, but... Okay. Take a look around at everything nature has provided for you. Your home, your clothing, your food, all are gifts from Mother Earth. This card is encouraging you to look at how you can give thanks by limiting waste and sharing resources and knowledge with those who are close to you. Look at ways you can reduce your demands on yourself and your environment for Mercury retrograde problems. I know it's been stuttering. For happier, more balanced living. So, Gemini, I hope you guys appreciate this video, and I'll catch you guys later.